In this lesson, I will show you how you can create a new part in an assembly. As you can see, I have already opened an assembly file in which I have inserted all the parts I need. At this point, I will delete the part 3.2 and I will create this part again. Once I locate its name in the Feature Manager Design Tree palette, I will right-click on it and I will select the Delete option. In the message that appears, I will select Yes, and immediately the part disappears. Now I will go to the Assembly ribbon and I will expand the Insert Component options. From there, I will activate the New Part tool. Once I do, I have to select a face or a plane on which I will create the sketch for the part. In this example, I will select the front plane. Once I selected the plane, the sketch ribbon activated automatically. In addition, all the inserted parts became transparent. I will click on the View Orientation button and I will select the Normal to option. Now, from the sketch ribbon, I will activate the Circle tool and I will create a circle whose center will coincide with the coordinate system origin. I will change the radius of the circle to 10 from the Property Manager palette, and I will create a second concentric circle whose radius will be equal to 7.5 millimeters. Finally, I will create another concentric circle whose radius will be equal to 5.5 millimeters. At this point, I will deactivate the Circle tool and I will exit the sketch. Now I will go to the Features ribbon and I will activate the Extruded Boss Base tool. Once I do, I have to select a sketch. Once I click on a circle, all the available options appear in the Property Manager palette. So I will orbit the view to see better the preview of the result. I will go to the Selected Contours field and I will delete the contour that was automatically selected when I selected the sketch. Then I will zoom in and I will select the desired region. Once the region is selected, I will set the depth of the extrusion to 40 millimeters and I will click on the Reverse Direction button to change the direction of the extrusion. Now we'll click on the check mark. Once I finished with the extrusion, the sketch disappeared. However, I need the same sketch to create the entire part. So I will go to the Feature Manager Design Tree, I will expand the Boss Extrude feature, and then I will click on the sketch to make it visible again. Once the sketch is visible, I will activate the Extruded Boss Base tool again and I will select the biggest circle. Again, I will go to the Selected Contours and I will delete the contour which was automatically selected when I clicked on the circle. I will select the desired region, then I will set the depth of the extrusion to 5 millimeters and I will click on the check mark to finish the extrusion. Now that I do not need the sketch anymore, I will hide it and I will click on the Edit component which can be found on the Assembly ribbon. Notice that even if I try to move this new part I just created, the part just won't move. This happened because when I selected the plane to create the sketch, the corresponding mate was added automatically. If I want this part to move freely like every other part in the assembly, I have to expand the Mates in Assembly 1 folder and delete the In Place mate which can be seen there. In the message that appears, I will select Yes. Notice that now I can move the part freely in space. Now it's very important to mention that if I try to close the Solidworks file, a message is asking me if I want to save the part I just created inside the assembly file. If I select the Save All option, a new window with two options appears. The first option is the Save Internally option, and the second option is the Save Externally option. If I select the Save Externally option, I can save the part in a folder of my computer. If I select the Save Internally option, then the part is saved only inside the assembly. In this example, I will select the Save Internally option. So this is how you can create new parts inside an assembly. You can experiment too and create your own parts inside an assembly document.